Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, April 25th. April 25th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is just what it says. A time for us to take a break and just breathe. And I guess from the way I stumbled over the dates, I might need to do just that as much as anyone. Each time we come together, we offer some thoughts and reflections on a text. We share that together. And our text for today is Luke 10:21-24. It's the end of this story about Jesus sending out the 70. He sends them out in the first part of the story. Then they return and they rejoice. And now in this last part of the story, Jesus rejoices in the Holy Spirit. And it's kind of a liturgical moment as he rejoices in all that God is doing and tells the disciples to rejoice because they're seeing things that many generations had wished to see. So if you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house, to close the door and settle into a chair. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. And as you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all that does not give you peace. All your worries, your fears, your anxieties, all the lists, all the things that you feel like you need to do and have to do, but have no time to do. Just set all those things aside for the next 5 or 10 minutes. And imagine that the Spirit of God is growing inside of you. The Spirit of God is touching every part of you. Imagine that as you breathe in, the Spirit of God comes into your lungs and then moves from your lungs to your heart, renewing and refreshing your lungs and your heart. And the Spirit of God moves from your heart up into your neck. And from your neck into your brain. And also from your neck into your face. The Spirit of God, as it moves through the parts of your body, touches every cell in those parts of your body. Spirit of God also moves from your heart into your shoulders, and your arms, and your hands. As it does so, it brings peace and life and relaxation. Can you feel the muscles relaxing as the Spirit of God touches you? And the Spirit of God moves into the muscles of your back and into the nerves that run up and down your spine and into the bones of your spine. And the Spirit of God moves into your stomach and settles the agitations that you feel in your stomach. The Spirit of God moves down into your hips and your thighs and your calves and your feet. God is touching every cell in your body and every part of who you are, bringing peace and life. In your mind's eye, go back to the days of Jesus. Imagine you're out in the countryside, away from all the towns with him. All of you were sent out and came back and rejoiced and told your stories. And now, as you stand there, Jesus rejoices in the Spirit of God and the power of God. And then he looks at all of you and he says, you too should rejoice, for generations from time immemorial have wanted to see what you are seeing right now. And then things are quiet. You find a rock to sit on. You're thinking about all of this. In the nearness of God's kingdom, in the rejoicing over God's presence in the world. But you're also thinking about the brokenness of the world that you know today, trying to hold all of that together. Jesus comes and sits beside you on the rock, and the two of you strike up a conversation about this tension. What do you say to one another? What do you say to Jesus? And what does he say in response? I'll be quiet while the two of you talk. And then the time comes for the conversation to end, and if it hasn't been long enough, just hit pause. And you say goodbye, you bring your conversation to an end in whatever way is appropriate right now. And after you've done that, you let the image fade away. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. That's take a break, take a breath for Monday, April 25th. Our reading for today was Luke 10:21-24. If you have feedback for me, or if you want to talk or pray with me, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.